Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you the Sawyer 1-gallon gravity water filtration system. Alright everybody, welcome back. So today I'm going to show you this gravity water filtration system from Sawyer. I have used one of these before, as I've never owned one before. I used one of a friend's once. They work very, very well, and the flow rate on them is pretty quick. So these are really ideal for backcountry trekking with family or with friends and keeping on hand for emergencies. This single bladder gravity water filter system, which is model number SP160, I believe, provides an easy to use portable high flow water filtration system that's awesome for filtering large quantities of water. Let me get it out of the package and show you what's inside. I just left the packaging here so you could recognize it if you'd seen it in stores. Okay. And we can move the packaging away. There's your bladder. Okay, these are made the same way as your Sawyer squeeze filter bladders are made. Same deal. These plastic tops are actually formed in the shape of that opening there, so it's not just an open space. Let's see what comes inside here. All right, get all this stuff out. That's the end of the filter here. Here's your, of course, your backwash plunger. And this here is the adapter for the backwash plunger. I'm not really sure why they say you need an adapter, but it is listed as the cleaning coupling. So I guess this somehow will fit on there and couple up with it. I didn't use that part when I used a friend's. This is going to be your piece up here that's going to go in there to couple it. Here's the actual filter itself. Now this filter is a little different than the Sawyer Minis you've seen before because it's kind of got two ends to it like that. But you can use the other ends on it here. You can use the other filters. This allows you to do this. You know, you have this filter. Or you can just keep it within line and use it that way. So, that's your part there. And this, which is incredibly sticky in here. It's just the rubber is new. And that's going to be your hose to connect up there. So, of course, this comes with the dual-threaded 0.1 micron water filter. This is rated for 100,000 gallons. Now this is a gravity filter system, which means you're going to be basically placing this up on something high and letting the water flow through here. Now this filter is a high performance filter. It fits in the palm of your hand. Filters out 0.1 micron, which removes 99.9999, a bunch of nines, of bacteria, and 99.999, a bunch of proto-9s, protozoa, and cysts. It also filters out 100% of the microplastics. I always laugh when they use the 4 nines after that. It's got a nice lightweight bladder, convenient wide mouth for fast, easy filling, and a convenient carry handle as well. You can hook it on the carry handle, or you can tie a rope around here and hang it that way. Either way, it'll hang up there for you and work pretty well. And the dual-threaded mini allows you to screw or push off the cap either way, so you can use this for either that, like I showed you before, either with the cap or without. Nice and easy to use. In addition to the included mini, the bladder's tubing is also compatible with the Sawyer Squeeze and the Micro Sawyer filters. So, this will work with those as well. So if you want to set that up and squeeze your filter out and use that, you can do that as well. Now this is something that's always kind of bugged me because no one's really explained how the hollow fiber membranes in these work. And I always kind of wondered how they're able to produce clean water and so much of it, 100,000 gallons. I mean, when I first started prepping in 99, 98, you would have to pay like $500 for a water filter that maybe would filter 60 gallons and you'd have to change the ceramic filter out. They were a lot more expensive. Actually, more realistically, like 200 or 300. This basically works like this. The hollow fiber membrane, the filters are comprised of a U-shaped microtube that allows water to enter into their core through tiny micropores, trapping the bacteria and the protozoa outside of those tubes. They're tubes, they're not a tube, they're not a single tube. There's a bunch of little micro tubes. The high number of tiny tubes and their surface area allows the filter to have one of the fastest flow rates in the world. So basically, if you have a wide area of tiny little tubes, as opposed to a very small area, more water is going to filter through. So for maximum filter life, you should backwash these and sanitize the filter after every outing. They're rated, as I said, to 100,000 gallons, and the Mini's filtering membranes are sturdy enough to withstand the backwashing, restoring the rate to around 98.5% when it gets clogged. And that's usually true for silty water. Around here we have a lot of sand and silt and stuff in our water, and these will clog up, but a simple backwash will take care of the problem. So, let's get this outside and test it out. I'm going to put it together first, of course. And being that I haven't put one together before, I'm going to have to follow the instructions here. This is I'm not quite sure what this does. I believe this is supposed to keep it from falling off a table or something. It's kind of a hook, and it does go down here. They don't really explain that on the box. They just show it placed there and placed here. Put this piece on here. Okay, and I assume that just will, well, maybe it won't snap on around there. There we go. We'll screw that down. And that fell off, so maybe it goes around here. I do wish they'd been a little more clear about, they don't even give a name to this tool, but I'm not gonna be using it for this because we're gonna be hanging it up. I assume this is for on the surface of things. You can kind of keep it there so it won't tip over. So I'm not gonna use it for this video because I'm not sure what it does, and I hate giving out bad information on that. So we're just gonna leave it there. Now, this end, of course, will go on here. Fairly simple. The blue end connects to blue, the gray connects to your filter, and then it will connect down like that. And you have a nice little O-ring in there that will keep everything from leaking out, so that'll work out well. And that's pretty much it. Now the big advantage to this is that it weighs 4.5 ounces, as opposed to other gravity filters that I've used. The last one I used was the LifeStraw Family 1.0. Now, it's a great filter, and it works very, very well, and you've seen it here on my channel. I've reviewed it. But it weighs 1.15 pounds as opposed to 4.5 ounces, and even if it didn't weigh that much, it's bulky. It has that big head to it, you know, that you have to fill with water. This, you can fold this thing up, pack it up, stick it all in a bag in your backpack. Wouldn't slide away from my hands, and you're good to go. So it's a fairly simple, compact, lightweight solution to a whole lot of water quick. So let's get it outside and test it out. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is fill up the bag itself. And I have a gallon of, well, a little under a gallon of water here. And I'm using clear water today. I'm not going to filter it because I know the filter works. I just have it hooked up here on a pole that I keep a secondary antenna on. Okay, all filled, all set, and now I'll show you it draining. Alright, I did have to tighten this. I didn't have it on tight enough and it was leaking out the sides, but we fixed that. Open the cap here. And there you go. And you see how fast the flow rate is on that. Really quick on that. We already have 100 milliliters of water in there. So it seems to be working very, very well. It was very, very quick. The fact that I didn't have that cap on there tight enough told me how quick it was. It almost immediately started leaking water from around, close that up, from around the outside here, because I didn't have it on there tight enough. I just kind of assembled it on camera for you guys. So you see it doesn't leak anymore. So let's take it in. I'll explain the back flushing procedure to some of you that may have never seen these types of filters before. And we'll finish up. Alright, so I let it fill up completely, and that is the clean water now. Now I'm going to show you how to back flush the filter. You can do this, of course, anywhere. I'm going to use a bowl for it, but just so I don't get water all over my counter. First thing you're going to do is disconnect both ends here. So you're going to unscrew that. Let me get that out of the way. Alright. And you're going to unscrew this cap here. And that's done. Now I just kind of shake out a little bit. Now you'll notice the little arrow on there that says flow. It flows this way normally when you're hanging. What you want to do is do it in the opposite direction. And I think I have, it always frustrates me when things don't come with directions. This came with, just that on the box. But I think I have figured this out. You will screw this on the back. You want to make sure that lip, see that little indented lip there? You want to make sure that lip is in there. Because what you're going to do is take your backwash filter, and this fits it exactly just to the correct depth right there. And you don't have to wonder if you're too far in or whatever. That fits it right on there. So, I'm going to draw up some water. And I would suggest using clean water to do this. Of course, you don't want to use the dirty water from the stream you just filtered water in or whatever. And you're just going to stick it on there and push. And that will get all the crud out. And I did move a little bit, so I spilled some over the side. But that will filter it out. You want to do that maybe 2 or 3 times to get it clean. I know with my minis I've done it, a couple of times each when I've cleaned them out. Then what I do, just my own personal thing, is I shake them dry. So I will take it and wing it a few times and not throw it on the ground, but shake it like that. Try to shake out as much water as possible. Now there is a warning with the hollow fiber membranes, and this is something people don't always talk about. Let's say I leave with this now, okay? And I'm in freezing conditions, and I don't have this insulated inside my bag. Or it's just really cold no matter where I put it. What will happen is your hollow fiber membrane will freeze up in there, and you won't be able to use the filter. And it could possibly damage the membrane. So you want to be careful when you're in situations with extreme cold. You want to make sure you have this wrapped up and insulated very well. That's one of the reasons I shake as much water as I can out, even though I'm out in the desert, and that's never going to happen out here. I do like to shake out as much water as I can. And then if I was in a cold situation, I would wrap everything up, maybe in a couple of rags or towels or schmog, and stick it inside the core of my bag where it's least cold. So that's the filter system. That is the Sawyer 1-gallon gravity filter system. You get the rest of it back up here. And that is how it works. I definitely like it because a lot of times, since I'm the most experienced person going out camping, it falls on me to bring a lot of the better gear, or the gear that can work for a bunch of people. And something like this being 4.5 ounces, I can stick that in a backpack and it really doesn't hurt, and I can filter water for everyone. I can also use this at home in an emergency where our water is contaminated in some way, and I can filter water easily just hanging this in my kitchen somewhere. Real simple to do. Just fill it up. Some people have complained that the mouth on this is hard to fill when you're filling it from a stream. I haven't used it in a stream obviously yet. The one time I did use it with my friend's one, we used bottles of water, that we collected. So it really wasn't too difficult to use. But they do work very, very well. Very convenient, very lightweight. I would keep these pieces in there like that. No reason to tear them all apart. Just take that off, wrap everything up, and that fits in a nice little... I'd probably put everything in a Ziploc bag, like the one that came with it, and fold that over. And there's your 1-gallon water filter. Now that's pretty small for a 1-gallon water filter. Now the best part, the price. These run about $37.38. Much cheaper than the Life Straw gravity filter as well. Again, that does have a slightly better filter on it. But again, you're going to be using this for outside activities, filtering from streams, maybe lakes. You also might be using this in an emergency situation where your water outside is questionable. Maybe you're using it in a situation like in Flint, Michigan, where the water's bad, You will be able to filter your water out. And either for disaster, emergency, or just going out camping, you'll be pretty well set. So anyway, like I said, they're $37.38. I will put a link down below in the description. You can check them out. I have them in my store as well, but the link is a direct link to this item. Make sure you always check the descriptions in my videos, because usually I put links in that for whatever item I'm displaying, unless I don't have a link, unless it's something I bought at a yard sale, So make sure you check that out. I want to thank you all for watching today. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the content, and don't forget to check out our Amazon store down below. We try to put everything that I review in that store. I will let you know if you can get it cheaper elsewhere. Don't get me wrong. There's some things that I bought in Walmart for $12 and Amazon's selling them for $24. So I will let you know if Amazon isn't the best deal. But if you don't see anything in the store you like, just click the link, use the search bar up top of the link on the page, and shop as you normally would. And don't forget to check out our other sponsors and links down below. We have Thrive Life if you're interested in getting started in freeze-dried food, and Olight if you're interested in getting some seriously good flashlights. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me today. Stay safe and stay prepared.